So, to conclude, probably there should have been demo there, but a bit of roadmap, which is always interesting, considering that we're talking about an open source project. So it's really the advantage of working with an open source project is that you can phase your decisions up on an existing roadmap, which is there, which is always updated, and which we definitely try to respect as much as possible. So on July, we released the 3.2. End of November, we will have the 3.2 Enterprise finalized. We are targeting for having end of October a second beta for the Alfresco 3.2 Enterprise, but that's a very challenging objective. More on the longer-term roadmap. 3.3 to 4. We are talking about around Q2, Q3 next year. There are very interesting points, like first of all, the DM, WCM normalization. And what I mean by that is that at the moment, WCM and document management, web content management are managed on top of two different persistence layers called ADM and AVM. This is going to be merged into one in most likely version 4. It's a big work that the guys are going to do. But the good news is you will have the mixed capabilities of WCM and DM in one single user interface, in one single repository component. Things like embedded DM runtime and improvement of the community and developer tools are actually going in the strategy of commoditizing the usage of Alfresco, making it become a little bit like SQL for content management in terms of you are starting a new project, a new application which requires a database. Well, okay, you just take MySQL because it's the fastest solution and commoditized already. So we are pushing to get Alfresco in the same role for content management applications. So do you need a content repository? Well, just embed Alfresco, and the community and developer tools will make it really easy. As I said, in addition to that, we are keeping on working a lot on CMIS and on the complete standard. It entered now the final draft. In 6 months from now, we are planning to have the final implementation. And of course, if you remember, Alfresco came out with the first CMIS implementation the day the standard was announced. So for us, it's really critical to be, again, the first 1.0 implementation that gets delivered to an enterprise public. We are going up with objects. As you know, we have a Unisys benchmark, which tests Alfresco again, 100 million objects. We are targeting for 1 billion objects between 3.3 and 4. I'll be personally working a lot on benchmarking and white papers around performances, so feel free to ping me. And the last point, which is kind of interesting, and that's definitely something that we still have to define on the technical and sales perspective, but Alfresco, the new big challenge for Alfresco is moving to the cloud. We realize that for having a commoditized repository, the cloud is definitely one of the easiest and fastest and even cheapest solution for small and medium businesses. Big enterprises are moving there as well because they are slowly realizing how cloud infrastructure can benefit their budgets. And we started working on it. Less than 1 month ago, Alfresco released the first 3.2 community image on Amazon Elastic Cloud Computing, so on Amazon EC2. So basically you can now have a virtual machine, a cloud virtual machine, which you can configure in terms of CPU, memory, and kind of resources that it uses, which runs a pre-configured Alfresco on top of Ubuntu or Red Hat. I don't really remember. But stay posted on this one because there's a lot more to come on this topic, and you will hear a lot of buzz around Alfresco and the cloud. I'll leave you the conclusion for later on. Definitely, I mean, we have, you know, you've heard enough about Alfresco today. What we can conclude saying is Alfresco is or tries to be the answer for the credit crunch, is the ECM for the credit crunch in terms of A, it's low cost, B, it delivers with records management an answer to this whole new compliance requests that we keep on getting after the, you know, credit crunch problems in managing documents in the proper way. I'm done, so obrigado. If you have questions,